Hello everybody, it's the Cauterizer here, and I'm on my villain main Fearmonger. I'm just making a quick little light video. I know there are a lot out there already, but I have a lot of insight and resource into light. I used to main it back when I hit my rank 1, so it's really simple now, but there's still some tips and tricks here and there that'll make you do a lot of damage. I often out DPS every single other light that I come across. So I'll get right into it, everybody. We're going down to the powers and assault. We're going to be grabbing light claws, minigun, ram, strafing run, chompers, and fan. Next, we're going to go to support. You're going to grab boxing gloves, impact, recharge, hand clap, grasping hand, light blast, and inspiration. And finally, for our iconics, we only get one choice of tactical genius or weapons expert. My preference is tactical genius for the magnitude on crits. And the reason is because Neo Venom. Now, light is probably the only power in the game that Neo Venom works on, but it's really nice. The amount of precision ticks we get gives us a high chance to proc Neo Venom compared to other powers, and it does more DPS out than robots. So for light, it's a better choice than pretty much anything else, unless you want to run possibly hard light shield, if you can squeeze it in there somewhere, but there's nothing really else to put on your bar except for robot or Neo Venom. And like I said, Neo Venom is going to be putting you out way more damage. So right into the loadout for it, guys. I'm using light claws. Now honestly, this slot is your personal preference. You can have what you want here. I like light claws because as a melee ability, it's my favorite, if without chainsaw. It gives you a quick little lunge. You can combo it to a really nice boxing gloves is really good here too, but I do recommend you have at least one melee ability on your bar for light. Even though you won't be really using it in raids, it's still nice for soloing, and every once in a while in raids it does have its use. Next we're going to have fan, chompers, inspiration, Neo Venom, and strafing run. Now, fan is the best ability to have to start your rotation out in light. I see a lot of people will start like hand claps, people start grasping hands, some people go into light blast, but that's so wrong. Fan is the best option for light by far to start the combo off with. It's gonna weapon mastery harder than all the other powers are, and since most of the time you're AoEing with it, it's really nice. The only thing that beats it out really is grasping hand, but grasping hand only hits single target. So I guess preemptively, if you know you're going into a boss fight, you can put on grasping hand, but it's only going to give you slightly more damage. It's not really worth swapping out. Choppers for our power interaction, inspiration for our weapon buff, our precision buff, and our crit chances, Neo Venom for a chance to do additional damage plus some small defense boost, and strafing run supercharge, really nice. Strafing run can stack up on itself while you use it, so if you have 100% supercharge and you hit both strafing runs, they will both stack. It does not override itself, so you can double strafing run packs. Now, the light rotation's very easy. I'll run it through real quick and let you guys know the combos. So we do start with fan, which goes into impact, which goes into grasping hand, then into light blast, minigun, ram, and finally back into fan. So it looks like this: impact, grasping hand, light blast, minigun, ram, fan. Now, that's the rotation. Now with our light advanced mechanic, you have to be channeling your construct combos for 4 seconds until the damage boost kicks in, and it's a really significant damage boost. A big flaw I see a lot of lights doing is they'll apply choppers and inspiration every so often, but for the most part, a lot of lights like to get 200 hit combos, but you're actually going to be losing a lot of DPS if you just sit here and spam your combo, rather than keeping your uptime on your dazes and inspiration. I mean, it wouldn't really make sense in the game if you didn't need choppers inspiration at all, so I did like that the devs at least kind of factored that in. Add some extra little skill and timing into it, even though light's really basic DPS. I know I might get a lot of hate for saying this, but in my honest opinion, light is stronger than quantum. I've had the opportunity to test it out in equal playing grounds with some of my friends that I know are very good players. They keep up with me. You know, I've taught them. I've just never ever had a challenge with quantum via me being on my fire, on my light, whatever. I mean, quantum, it's very strong, but I think right now, even after the Celestial update, light has to be the strongest advanced mechanic in the game by far. It's just so basic, and if you keep up with the simple tips I'm about to give you, you're going to do heavy damage. So, again, first things first, you always want to have your chompers and inspiration. Chompers days will last just as long as inspiration. So whenever inspiration comes off cooldown, that's your note to reapply chompers and inspiration, get your power interactions back, and go right into it. The best weapons for DPSing with light would be staff, brawling, or two-hander. Now, normally, it's not, two-hander is good, and dual-wield. Excuse me. Normally, I wouldn't recommend brawling on most DPSs, but with light, it works really well into the fact that you want to be getting back into your weapon masteries as fast as possible. I mean, into your combos, which I think brawling is probably the best weapon for light DPSing and trolling. I mean, the whole fact that you have to reapply Chomper's inspiration, go weapon mastery. I mean, it does hit hard, but you can cut yourself a whole half second out if you have brawling versus dual wield, even though dual wield's fast. It'll cut you about a half second, and overall it'll improve your DPS because you're doing your AM for at least a half second longer, and you know, you do that 50 times throughout a raid, that's 20 seconds of advanced mechanic damage that you had on another light DPS, which is really, really significant. So, I mean, it does add up in the end. Like I always say, little things here and there make you a way better DPS in the game. So, to show you guys how to do the rotation, button-wise, if you guys on PC are new and didn't know, range on the controller is triangle, melee is square. So when I say range, I mean triangle. When I say melee, I mean square. So, we're going to go into fan, and then we're going to hold range for impact, hold square for grasping hand. You're going to hold range again for light blast, hold range again for minigun, tap range in a ram, and tap range in a fan. And that's going to do the full combo. So again, fan, hold range, hold melee, hold range, tap range, tap range. And that repeats it. You never want to hold light blast or minigun. I see a lot of light DPSs holding it like this. You're losing DPS than is if you just keep rolling through it. You're actually going to be doing more DPS rolling through it like I am now. When you play with it a little bit, you'll actually be able to see you can overlap a tick of Light Blast into a tick of minigun. It gives you a small little DPS boost, but you know, like I said, every little bit that you factor in does make more damage come out, making you a little bit better on the charts. And overall for your team, faster clear speed. Like I said, doing these little tricks is not probably going to cut 10 minutes off a raid, but if everyone does it, it can definitely cut a minute or two out of it. So, again, Chomper's Inspiration, going into fan. This is what the combo looks like. And this is how you light DPS. Very simple, effective. Now, boxing gloves. Oh my boy, oh boy. They hit very hard now with the new rework. I was hitting 10Ks with them at like 103 CR. It's some crazy stuff. Boxing gloves ain't no joke. So, let's see what I can get them to hit for. Get my AM going up. About 3K. If I can get them to crit for you guys here. RNGesus will be on my side. I don't know. I'm not gonna spam on him till I get it quit. But pretty much you get it. Like I said, it's really simple. Apply Chomper's Inspiration, go into Weapon Mastery, into Fan. And that's really simple. That's pretty much what it is. Another little tip for you guys. When you're DPSing, when you're reapplying your Chompers and Inspiration, always, always, always only clip out of Ram, Impact, Fan, or Grasping Hand on single target bosses. I cannot stress this enough. It will dramatically change your damage if you clip on those right points. Now, your combo's not going to always come off to those points in the section when your Chompers and Inspiration is ready to be reapplied, but you can always get it within a second or two. For example, I'll show you. It looks like this. Just pay attention to the cooldown and Inspiration. That's when we need to know when we have to reapply our power interaction. So you see, as I'm coming up to it, it'll usually be about Light Blast, Minigun, and you can ram. Good damage out of it. And again, like I said, only clip it out of either Ram, Fan, Impact, or Grasping Hand. Never do it out of anything else. Don't worry to... Don't be like this and then jump and then wait and that, you know. You're losing way more damage, as you guys can see, as if I just clip it out of the standard, you know, what I was talking about. But Grasping Hand is going to hit harder than anything else. But like I said, that's why you do it single target on bosses. You clip it out. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll show you one more quick dry run with everything popped. You see on this guy? So we'll go here. Pop everything we got. I messed up. Look at all these ticks, guys. Isn't that madness? I mean, Neo Venom really puts the work in. Cheese some damage there. Neo Venom is really nice. I know it has a long cooldown, but I mean, as you guys saw, I was getting some ticks on Neo Venom for over 2k, 1.5k, 1k. I mean, I know it's not a lot of damage, but that's an extra tick of damage that you're getting in, where you're doing more damage at robot than it overall. Plus it is giving you a little bit of defense, and it works really well when you hit Trinket and Chompers, Inspiration, and Neo. It just gives you a really good DPS boost there. But anyways, I'm Cauterizer. Fearmonger alt is my villain main. You guys feel free to add. Like, comment, subscribe in the video. Let me know what you think. If you guys have any questions on powers, I'm up for references, I guess. Whatever power you guys want to see next, just let me know in the comments below. I'll do my very best, and I'll promise to do my research before I play. The only powers I don't really know how to do expertly would be high-end gadget DPSing. I know how to do the advanced mechanic, but I'm not sure if there's anything better. I haven't had the time to test it. And pretty much Rage. I know how to play it. I just don't know what the abilities are called, so I don't play Rage. Anyways, you guys get it. I'm Cauterizer. Now I'm out. Peace.